A poem cannot stop a bullet. A novel can't defuse a bomb. But we are not helpless. We can sing the truth and name the liars. That's a quote from acclaimed author Salman Rushdie. What's up, fam of liberty, and also everyone else watching this video who isn't following our channel for some inexplicable, unknowable, unfathomable, mystifying reason? It's your new best friend, Big Sarge, or the artist formerly known as Admin Tim. I am the founder of the Sons of Liberty. If you saw us out in the streets at a protest for the first time and or you're new to our channel, I know what you might be thinking, so let me go ahead and get this out of the way. If you know the words, sing along. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck neo-Nazi sympathizer Elon Musk. Fuck GOP politicians. Fuck the wealth-hoarding elite that have their fucking boot on the neck of just about every American citizen. This channel and its comment sections are not a safe space for bootlicking simps for a convicted felon, adjudicated rapist, wish.com fascist oligarch, failed insurrectionist, wannabe authoritarian tyrant, or his sugar daddy, the world's biggest supervillain man-child from South Africa who nobody fucking elected. Now that you know where I stand on things, if you are still here and you're not frantically rage typing into my comments box like a triggered snowflake suffering from cognitive dissonance and delusions of grandeur about whether or not billionaires care about you, then maybe you should consider following this channel after you watch the video. I never thought that I would see the day when conservative Christians are outright telling people that it's biblical to hate an Episcopalian minister because she dared to plead that the president be merciful. Like, did they just throw Jesus out of the New Testament, including his Sermon on the Mount? I know, some of y'all non-Christians are like, what the fuck is he talking about? So let me break that one down, because I'm the son of a preacher man. The Sermon on the Mount is one of the most widely quoted pieces of biblical gospel, and it includes some of the best known sayings attributed to Jesus, such as the Lord's Prayer and the Beatitudes. The Sermon on the Mount is considered to be the central tenets of Christianity. I guess the triggered snowflakes in the Christian nationalist church have canceled that for being so woke. Like, we've got a congressman wasting taxpayer dollars and to score cheap political points by making a House resolution, and I quote, to fully condemn the distorted message that was preached at President Trump. And he closed this out by saying it's not reflective of the faith community at large. What? Another guy, Ben Garrett, claims to be a Christian and a deacon at Refuge Church in Ogden, Utah. So here's a guy in the pulpit saying not to commit the sin of empathy and that you need to properly hate this Episcopalian bishop. My brother in Christ, the sin of what? The sin of empathy? Can we just start taxing churches since y'all motherfuckers want to destroy the separation of church and state and preach on politics? This Episcopalian bishop asked for kindness and mercy, and the entire whole-ass right wing experienced it as a grave insult because how dare anyone challenge their Cheeto Jesus? They're talking about empathy as a sin. They're not faking it either. The idea that they should be empathetic, care about others, lesser people, that really makes them fucking mad deep down in the cockles of their heart. They just can't ignore these pleas either. They want her punished for it. That's where these so-called Christians are at now. I'm going to say a thing, and that thing might rock you to your core. After 9/11, there was no return to normalcy. There was a new normal. Some of y'all might not be old enough to remember, but that's where we are right now. There is never going to be any going back, not even if the right wing wants to drag us kicking and screaming back to what they think is the good old days. There will never be a return to the normalcy that you used to know prior to the election. The desire to return to that, it's the same desire, but with less malice that the right wing is always talking about. You have to make a new normal, and you have to fight like hell to resist the new normal that is being imposed upon us. Anything less is apathetic complacency. Don't be complacent and don't be apathetic. Help build a new normal. The past 2 videos I've focused on the dumb, hateful shit that Donald Trump is doing because we all need to be aware of the threats to our tribe, our fam of liberty, and by extension, the people that we care about. Our friends, our family, our fellow American left that we interact with on social media and even their loved ones. But I don't want to lose sight of something, and that's the fact that obscenely wealthy people such as tech oligarchs like Mark Zuckerberg and wealth-hoarding CEOs like Jeff Bezos and people like them, like the CEOs of healthcare insurance companies and, say, insurance companies revoking fire insurance for people in California. Let's not forget that all of these people are, in fact, complicit in aiding and abetting the destruction of America because it helps them get more wealthy. They believe that their wealth will be a shield against punitive legislation, but they're also banking on the new administration in the White House distracting everyone from talk about pitchforks and torches and guillotines and St. Luigi, patron saint of the middle and lower class. We can all focus on more than one thing at once. So when you get some smug gatekeeper getting up in your face about why you're mad about the poorly written and vague executive order trying to classify everyone as a woman at conception, when it's far more serious that Puerto Ricans and Native Americans are being rounded up because they look like they might be undocumented immigrants, you can tell them A, you're not a MAGA cuck who only thinks about one thing, and B, also to fuck all the way off into rush hour traffic. As an example, the other day I had a dude get up in our YouTube comments, clutching his pearls and sighing heavily and practically wringing his hat with his hands with big old doe eyes, talking about, "But Sarge, you sell merch on Amazon." We don't. "And how do I know that you're not a false flag psyop sent to lure liberals in because you sell merch on Amazon?" We don't. "And you're lining Jeff Bezos' pockets by selling merch on Amazon." We don't. "I really want to join because your message sounds like my kind of message, but I'm still concerned that you sell merch on Amazon." We don't. I'm mentioning this because this is an example of what I'm talking about with the gatekeeping and the purity tests and the fact that there are way bigger things to be concerned about. Like, people are getting rounded up and detained out there in the streets, and some mouth-breathing oxygen thief is out there trying to sniff my cinnamon ring to see if I pass muster. I'm also mentioning it because a lot of people are scared and paranoid, but also a lot of people are falling for what I call BlueAnon conspiracy theories. I'm not going to give them any credence by letting them pass my lips, but some of you are sending me emails and DMs asking me to check out some shady-ass YouTube video. Do y'all not remember the Pizzagate bullshit and how we loudly mocked conspiracy theories and truthers for this exact same shit? Oh, you saw a YouTube video. Oh, that's great. I make YouTube videos. What's the fucking point? You got these people claiming that assassination attempts were false flags and other bullshit. I need you guys to be smarter than that. Stop falling for divisive bullshit and things that sound way too spooky to be true. Don't turn the left into a parody of MAGA with fringe lunatic bullshit. Anyway, I told that guy in my comments that we don't sell merch on Amazon, and then I also told him that I don't need or want his support, because if there's one thing that I hate more than almost anything besides Donald Trump, wealth hoarders, and getting my nuts slammed shut in a desk drawer, it's the fucking gatekeepers and their goddamn ideological purity tests. I told that dude to pound sand because this channel isn't monetized, so I'm not up here on camera every day or every other day trying to generate clicks and views and engagement. YouTube and other social media platforms refuse to monetize us. We tried, specifically because our content is dangerous, but also because we talk about things in a blunt, vulgar manner with profanity, and we don't shy away from using certain words that you just can't say in a monetized channel. So if you doubt my authenticity, maybe fuck yourself. If that upsets you, lay your prayers and concerns at the altar of Saint Fluapap, patron saint of the Sons of Liberty. Admin Tim 316 says, "Get fucked and die mad about it." Hashtag not sorry, not sorry. This coming Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, the Sons of Liberty will be conducting a live stream right here on YouTube with former Congressman and presidential candidate Richard Ojeda, a retired U.S. Army major from West Virginia with blue-collar roots. And yes, I know some of you have expressed concern about some of his previous decisions. And remember what I said about party line ideological purity tests? So we do have every intention of talking about all kinds of things. But the standard in our live stream comments section is that you are not going to be a dick to the guests who come spend time with us. I don't care who you are. Don't plan on inshitifying my comments because my admins and I wield a pretty fucking lethal ban hammer. Speaking of the ban hammer, I responded to a bunch of comments on YouTube and other places from people who were on our Discord that caught a ban or who think they got banned from our Facebook page. First and foremost, we've noted in multiple places on social media, including Facebook, but also in videos, that we took down all of our meta assets, that is, Instagram, Facebook, and Threads, for 1 week. That's why you think that you've been banned from Facebook. Those pages will be back on this coming Monday. With regards to Discord, I say this in almost every video. We moderate our Discord. If you act like an asshole on Discord, the staff of Liberty will course correct you. If you fail to yield or you start belligerently arguing with them, you're playing with fucking fire. If you get on Discord preaching about how we need to start killing people, that's what we call Fed posting, and it will almost always net you an instant ejection. If you're misgendering trans people in our home, even if it's Caitlyn Jenner, we will throw you the fuck out instantly because the Fam of Liberty is a haven for a lot of transgender people. Don't mistake our tolerance for a green light to go be a fuckface. You're in our house, even if you're in the Fam of Liberty. And there's a whole ass channel about what we do and do not tolerate. If you failed to read that when you got there, that's a you problem. Wheaton's law is don't be a dick. Big Sarge's law is I'm a bigger dick than you can ever be because I'm pushing 50 and my entire whole ass adulthood has been spent trolling idiots on the internet. I practically invented it. So be nice and don't be talking about violent, illegal shit or breaking Discord's terms of service or being an asshole in our house to our other fam. And look, I get that some of you are frustrated or angry or afraid and that this type of stress might be new to you. And I get that this could cause reactions that you wouldn't normally otherwise exhibit. But we can't be having this type of shit in our community. You can't just sit around doomscrolling all day. It's not good for your mental health. And I realize that everyone wants to know what's going on all the time, but don't take it too far because it's like bad shit all the fucking time. And yes, this might be peak irony from the guy who started a social media organization who's been ranting continually for 9 straight years. And I get that I make rant videos every day or every other day, but I can sustain this level of rage, specifically because I take time out of my day or my week to avoid the internet and social media. You should too. I know some of y'all can't for varying reasons because our admin team does read your comments. I know a few of you are physically disabled. I know some of you have trauma that keeps you from going outside. So I don't want to sound ableist or anything. If you can, then make time. Going outside doesn't have to be your method of decompressing either. I play video games and I mow face and that's cathartic for me. You can read books or listen to music or both. For those of you who are physically capable and want to be physically fit, I don't want to sound like a health and wellness guru either because I am fucking not. Like I want to have all the burgers and wings and stuff that's really bad for me, but something big is coming down the pipe. I don't know for sure, but I feel it and I know you feel it too. He says just after talking about conspiracy theories. Anyway, I don't know if y'all remember that movie Zombieland, but it opens with some guy running away and the voiceover is something like, rule number 1 is cardio. Now, the other day, I said that there are various types of resistance, and Admin Jen posted something the other night about like 198 ways to non-violently resist. But a lot of these ways of resistance are still going to involve people needing to be physically fit. And this is taking a turn that I didn't imagine that it would take. But I go to the gym like 3 to 4 times a week. I don't go to slim down and get pretty and svelte. I go to get fucking strong. One of these days when shit hits the fan, whether it's an all-out civil war or just something benign like marching in a protest for 5 hours, a certain level of physical fitness is really going to make a difference. Or, say for example, someone in the Family of Liberty needs to move abruptly. That can involve strength and endurance. And again, I know some folks have commented that they can't. This isn't to make you feel bad. If you can, I urge you to do it. Not because I want to be like Jack LaLanne or Hans and Franz pumping you up, but because, I don't know, maybe it might be vital to your survival later. Especially when we need to protect people who can't be as physically active. Because one team, one fight. Leave nobody behind. Join or die. So since this went off on an unexpected tangent, I'm just going to shut up now. For all you leftists and liberals and progressives, which I lovingly call the American left, for all the pedantic assholes that are like, you can't be, the resistance starts with us. You want to know how you can get involved in the Sons of Liberty resistance movement? Or maybe you just want to find like-minded people, or maybe you're afraid and want to try to find people who can help you. For the past few months, we've begun organizing local Sons of Liberty chapters by region. Please don't ask me in the comment sections if we have a chapter in such and such state or such region. Get on Discord, because rule number 1 of Sons of Liberty Fight Club is that we don't talk about Sons of Liberty Fight Club. I have a whole ass video on a subject called Operation Security, or OPSEC, and if that is a foreign concept to you, then I suggest that you watch it. With Discord, I strongly recommend that you enable 2-factor authentication and be cautious of unsolicited direct messages or DMs. I promote the Sons of Liberty Discord server in almost every video that I do because conservative social media tech oligarchs like Mark Zuckerberg and Shadow President Elon Musk, they can't deplatform us on Discord. They can't mute or censor our content. On our Discord, our staff does moderate our content. For example, we don't allow Fed posting or deranged, fringe, lunatic, BlueAnon conspiracy gibberish or violent or graphic content. If it's against Discord's terms of service or it just disrupts our community, I'm just not going to let somebody tear apart the community that you all have built on our Discord server. Discord is not just a chat platform or a platform for gamers. Whilst we do have off-topic channels and a section for gamers, we also have region sections with helpful resources for those regions. In those spaces, you can organize with local Fam of Liberty. You can learn about practical things such as self-defense courses and firearms instructors who are local to you and who are left-leaning. You can learn about home defense and security, participate in firearms discussions with subject matter experts. You can learn about growing your own food in victory gardens and then turn around and canning and jarring and preserving that food. You can figure out your shit hits the fan contingency plans, build first aid kits and bug out bags. You can link up with other Fam of Liberty members who are better equipped to assist you with, say, moving to safety if you need to be safe. Wink, wink. And like I mentioned before, we do have off-topic places for you to post your art, your cosplay, your written word content, your music. There's a channel for veterans called the DD214 Blanket Fort. Just general bullshitting around. You can also get updates from our social media, which does make our Discord ping heavy thanks to the webhooks that we use to integrate our various social media notifications. You can easily disable those with the push of a button in a channel called Ping Roll. If you're having trouble with Discord, I have this whole ass YouTube tutorial about the Sons of Liberty Discord server and how to get on it. So if you need assistance, start with that video. The invite link to our Discord server is in the Throatpunch at the end of this video and all of our other videos. That invite link is also in the YouTube video description and in the YouTube channel description. If you like the shirts or the hoodie that I wear in my video, some of them, but not all of them, are available in the Sons of Liberty merch store, if Etsy doesn't take me down for content violations. The merch store is listed in the link tree in our YouTube channel description and in the video description. A lot of the designs and merch get added specifically because you request them in our comments section, such as the 5 new shirts that I put up right after Christmas, the almost 30 new designs the past couple of weeks, like our Oregon Trail Die Mad shirt, MAGA Lube and Satan Be Gone shirts from Brother Billy Ray, our hashtag Not Sorry shirts, Enemy Within shirts, some Big Sarge meme shirts, Fuck Around and Find Out designs. I also just put up a Sons of Liberty version of the beer stein that I use for my morning coffee and my snowflake tear collector glass that you've seen in some of my drinking videos. If you like our video content, we have a whole social media presence on a whole bunch of different sites, and we'd appreciate it if you would follow us on all of our other socials, whichever ones that you've got. The various socials that we have are listed in the Throatpunch at the end of our videos and in the link tree, which can be found on the channel description. I also want to say that we will be re-enabling our Facebook, Instagram, and Threads. On YouTube and TikTok, we'd also appreciate it if you'd subscribe, like, and get notifications on our channel. It's a little bit of a different process on TikTok, but if you're on TikTok, then you already know that. Anyway, fuck TikTok. Fuck the Chinese Communist Party. Fuck their censorship. Fuck the U.S. government for trying to extort them. And also, fuck you, TikTok, for shadow banning us. You can help us extend our reach by sharing our video content on all of your socials. Go find the relevant Sons of Liberty account on that platform and share the content from our account because we're probably already there. You can help us beat the algorithm by leaving us at least 7 words in the comment sections. 7 words isn't just a Deftones song reference or George Carlin reference. It's the magic number that the algorithm needs to decide that your content on our engagement is more meaningful than other comments like, yeah, what you said, or LOL, or a bunch of emojis. And so therefore it should suggest our video to people who watch the same things that you watch. That algorithm also works on other social media sites, so be cognizant of that on places where you support your favorite content creators. On that note, if for some reason you can't think of a single goddamn thing to say out of all the stuff that I've said here, nothing is thought-provoking, nothing enrages you, nothing gets you fired up, nothing motivates you, then the phrase, I made it to the end, Big Sarge, is 8 words, so you can leave that if you can't think of anything else. 2 claps and a Rick. 1 team, 1 fight. Woo!
And now it's time for the Throatpunch!
If you failed to read that when you got there, that's a you problem. Wheaton's law is don't be a dick. Big Sarge's log is... Big Sarge's law, god damn it.